There's something they don't want you to know about quantum leaping, something so profound, so fundamentally different from everything you've been told, that the moment you truly understand it, your entire reality will begin to collapse and reconstruct itself. Most people are trapped in a prison of impossibility, not a physical prison, but an energetic cage built from generations of collective limitation. A frequency so dense, so normalized, that the very idea of a quantum leap sounds like magical thinking. When I first discovered this mechanism, I was exactly where most of you are right now, stuck, watching life happen to me, instead of collapsing timelines with precision. Everyone around me said, "That's impossible. You can't just jump realities. You can't fundamentally alter your trajectory overnight." But here's the hidden truth. Impossibility is nothing more than a frequency. A vibrational signal so weak, yet so consistently broadcast, that it becomes the invisible cage that contains entire generations of potential. What if I told you that the very moment someone says something is impossible, they've just revealed the exact frequency blocking their own transformation? That the word impossible is not a statement of fact, but a precise energetic signature of limitation? This transmission is not for everyone. It's for those rare individuals who can feel something stirring beneath these words, those who know deep in their nervous system that reality is far more fluid than anyone has been willing to admit. What I'm about to share is not motivation. It's not inspiration. This is a precise quantum mechanism, a frequency calibration that will do something far more powerful than motivate you. It will fundamentally alter the way you interact with possibility itself. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for permission to quantum leap, collecting evidence, building logical cases, seeking external validation. But quantum reality doesn't respond to logic. It responds to something far more precise, far more powerful. And the strangest part? The mechanism of quantum leaping has always been inside you, not as a potential, but as an already existing reality waiting to be recognized. Are you ready to hear how this actually works? Not the spiritual bypassing, not the positive thinking, but the actual quantum physics of reality collapse? Because what's coming next will shatter everything you thought you knew about manifestation, transformation, and the very nature of reality itself. Close your eyes for just a moment. Feel the frequency of these words. Something is already shifting. In the next moments, I'm going to reveal the precise mechanism that allows quantum leaping, a mechanism so simple, yet so profound, that most people miss it entirely. The double-slit experiment isn't just a scientific curiosity. It's a portal into the most radical understanding of reality ever discovered. Imagine a pristine laboratory, sterile white walls, precision equipment humming with potential. Electrons fired through two microscopic slits expected to behave like predictable particles, creating two distinct bands on a detection screen. But something extraordinary happened that would shatter the foundations of classical physics. When the electrons were unobserved, they behaved like waves, creating an interference pattern that suggested they passed through both slits simultaneously. But the moment a measurement device was introduced, the electrons collapsed into precise particle trajectories, as if consciousness itself was the quantum sculptor, transforming pure potential into defined reality. This wasn't just an experiment. This was a revelation. Observation doesn't merely record reality, it creates reality. Your nervous system works exactly the same way. Every timeline exists in potential, simultaneously vibrating with infinite possibilities. You are not choosing a future. You are collapsing a reality through the precise frequency of your observation. Most people misunderstand this mechanism. They think manifestation is about wanting something hard enough, but quantum physics reveals something far more nuanced. Manifestation is about becoming a coherent signal so precise that reality has no choice but to reorganize around your frequency. The electron doesn't try to be in multiple states. It simply exists in pure potential until observation determines its form. And you? You are that electron, suspended between infinite potential timelines, waiting for the moment of coherent observation to collapse your desired reality. But here's where most people get stuck. They observe from their current limitation. They look at their bank account and see lack. They examine their relationships and perceive struggle. Each observation is a measurement device, forcing the quantum field into a repetitive pattern. What if you could observe from the timeline you want? Not as a visualization, but as a complete nervous system broadcast. Not hoping, not wanting, but knowing with such cellular certainty that reality reorganizes around your frequency. This is not metaphysical poetry. This is quantum physics. This is the precise mechanism of transformation that most spiritual teachings completely miss. Let's dive into the quantum landscape of your daily manifestation moments. 3 a.m. doubt moment. You're wide awake, heart racing, that familiar spiral of existential panic consuming your nervous system. Traditional self-help would tell you to think positive or journal your fears away. But quantum reality reveals something far more precise. This 3 a.m. frequency is not your enemy. It's a transmission system calibrating your next timeline. Your racing thoughts are not random. They're a vibrational signal revealing exactly where your internal system is misaligned. Most people try to suppress this moment, but the quantum field doesn't respond to suppression. It responds to acknowledgement and precise recalibration. 30-second frequency shift. Close your eyes. Drop your awareness into your breath, not as a meditation technique, but as a quantum measurement device. Feel the space between your thoughts. That silence? That's pure potential. Breathe into it not with hope, but with absolute knowing. I am the field of infinite possibility. Repeat not as an affirmation, but as a cellular broadcast. The moment you do this, something imperceptible shifts. Not in your external reality, yet, but in the quantum potential surrounding you. The 3 a.m. panic isn't eliminated. It's transformed into a precise signal of emergence. Prophetic collapse. In the next 72 hours, you'll notice synchronicities that feel almost impossible. A conversation, a random message, an unexpected connection that seems to emerge from nowhere, but is actually the quantum field reorganizing around your new frequency. Jim Carrey's $10 million quantum collapse. Most see a Hollywood success story. I see a precise quantum manifestation mechanism that defies conventional understanding. Before fame, Carrey wasn't just visualizing, he was quantum downloading. Every morning he would drive to the Hollywood Hills, park overlooking the city, and write himself a $10 million check dated Thanksgiving 1995. But this wasn't a vision board exercise. This was a quantum measurement device. Most people misunderstand manifestation as wishful thinking. Carrey was performing a radical act of frequency stabilization. He wasn't hoping, he was knowing. The check wasn't a goal. It was a vibrational broadcast, a precise signal telling the quantum field exactly who he was becoming. The quantum mechanism here is subtle. Carrey wasn't trying to become a star. He was embodying the frequency of a star before the external reality could catch up. His nervous system was already broadcasting from the timeline where success was inevitable. Not possible, not probable, inevitable. 3 quantum practices decoded. 1. Frequency writing, not journaling. Quantum signaling. Write from the timeline where your desire is already complete. Use present tense, cellular precision. 2. Embodied visualization. Close your eyes. Don't just see the reality. Feel it in your nervous system. Temperature, texture, emotional resonance. Your body doesn't know the difference between imagined and real. Only frequency matters. 3. Neutrality. Transmission. Most intense manifestation happens not in excitement, but in complete neutrality. A state so coherent that the quantum field has no resistance to reorganize around your signal. The reason others couldn't replicate Carrey's mechanism? They were broadcasting from lack. He was broadcasting from completion. Quantum field doesn't respond to desire. It responds to certainty. By Thanksgiving 1995, Carrey received a $10 million check for Dumb and Dumber, exactly as he had quantum encoded years earlier. Not coincidence. Quantum physics in pure action. Before I produce the full response, may I clarify 2 quick elements to ensure precision? For the CTA, would you prefer that to be something like, I collapse timelines, not chase them. Frequency over force. My nervous system knows the way. And for the transformation narrative, am I understanding correctly that you want 2 years of traditional manifestation attempts, detailed emotional landscape of frustration, quantum method discovery moment, precise 7-day, breakdown of initial quantum shift, 30-day comprehensive life transformation, focus on both energetic and physiological changes. Is this interpretation aligned with your vision? The tone should feel like an intimate, raw, breakthrough narrative that moves from deep frustration to quantum revelation, correct? Confirming these will help me craft the response with maximum precision and quantum resonance. Quantum timeline architecture. The the multiverse as your personal playground. Imagine reality not as a linear progression, but as an infinite probability landscape where every potential version of you simultaneously exists. This isn't spiritual poetry. This is quantum physics decoded. The many worlds interpretation reveals a radical truth. You're not choosing a future. You're selecting a pre-existing timeline by calibrating your frequency. Schrödinger's famous cat experiment isn't just a thought experiment. It's a metaphor for your existence. Until you observe, collapse a reality, multiple potentials coexist in superposition. Practical timeline navigation. 3 quantum protocols. 1. Frequency scanning. Close eyes. Drop into cellular awareness. Feel beyond current timeline's limitations. Notice subtle energetic pull toward alternate realities. Track where your nervous system wants to drift. 2. Timeline signature recognition. Signs you're quantum sliding. Déjà vu becomes constant. Synchronicities accelerate. Time feels more fluid. Decisions feel simultaneously familiar and revolutionary. Your intuition speaks louder than logic. 3. Dimensional coherence maintenance. Most people leak energy between timelines. Quantum masters stabilize by maintaining emotional neutrality, removing inner conflict, generating consistent vibrational signal, embodying desired timeline's emotional frequency. So here's your checkpoint. A declaration not to the algorithm, but to yourself. Type in the comments, I navigate timelines, not just live them. Say it as a code, a reminder that what collapses reality is not your old method, but the new method you choose to embody in this moment. Because this moment is the manifestation, and if you can feel it now, then it's already here. Quantum transmission. Complete. You are not bound by linear time, but orchestrating probability waves with each breath. Quantum manifestation. The operating system behind spiritual technologies. Most manifestation methods are like trying to drive a Ferrari using bicycle instructions. They glimpse something profound, but miss the entire quantum mechanism. Let's decode 3 popular approaches. 1. Law of attraction. 20% truth spectrum. Right about. Focus creates reality. Missing. Frequency, not just thought, drives collapse. Why partial results happen. Momentary coherent signals. Quantum upgrade. Thoughts are weak signals. Emotion is the carrier wave that actually communicates with quantum field 2. Neville Goddard. 35% quantum proximity. Breakthrough. Feeling is the secret. Closer to quantum mechanism. Recognized emotional state matters more than visualization. Limitation. Still treated manifestation as linear process. Quantum evolution. Feeling isn't just technique, it's dimensional navigation. Your emotional signature determines which timeline you occupy. 3. Abraham Hicks, 45% frequency intelligence, brilliant insight. Emotional scale as vibrational tuning. Quantum correlation. Recognized emotions as frequency. Missing component. Precise embodiment protocols for stabilizing chosen frequency. So here's your checkpoint. A declaration not to the algorithm but to yourself. Type in the comments, I am the quantum technology. Say it as a code, a reminder that what collapses reality is not your old method, but the new method you choose to embody in this moment. Because this moment is the manifestation. And if you can feel it now, then it's already here. Quantum transmission. These methods aren't wrong. They're incomplete evolutionary steps toward understanding that you are a living, breathing quantum measurement device, constantly collapsing infinite potential into momentary experience. Your nervous system is the most sophisticated quantum computer in existence, and most humans are running outdated software. The real breakthrough? Manifestation isn't something you do. It's something you recognize you're already performing with every breath, every emotion, every subtle internal shift. Quantum frequency calibration, nervous system reprogramming meditation. Find a comfortable position, spine elongated, feet grounded, breathe in, 4 counts, hold, 4 counts, release, 6 counts. Your nervous system is a quantum antenna. Right now it's broadcasting your current reality's frequency. Scan your body. Notice where contradiction lives. Jaw, holding unresolved desire. Shoulders, storing ancestral effort patterns. Stomach, housing unprocessed fear frequencies. Breathe into each space, not to change, to witness. Release is not an action, it's a recognition. Now locate the timeline where your desired reality is already complete. not visualization. Remembering. Feel the cellular certainty, not hope. Knowing. Your body doesn't distinguish between remembered and anticipated. Quantum field sees only frequency. Lock in this frequency. No negotiation, no doubt. This is not meditation. This is quantum reprogramming. Type in comments, "I am the frequency quantum transmission complete." Your nervous system is a living, breathing probability collapse mechanism, and you've just recalibrated its operating system. Quantum frequency integration, neuroscience of manifestation. To help you deepen that integration, we've created something intentional, something precise, a transmission designed to stabilize your new frequency. It's called Quantum Nervous System Recalibration, and it's more than just a digital guide. It's a frequency protocol that brings together cutting-edge neuroscience, quantum physics mapping, and precise embodiment practices you didn't even know you needed until now. You'll find the link in the pinned comment below. Go there not to get more information, but to amplify the integration of what's already begun inside you. Neuroscience Quantum Decoding. 1. Reticular Activating System. Scientific mechanism. Filters. 40 million bits of information to 40 conscious bits. Quantum parallel. Your attention's quantum measurement device. Practical application. Deliberately program RAS to recognize opportunities aligned with your chosen timeline. 2. Neuroplasticity. Scientific mechanism. Brain rewires to repeated signals. Quantum parallel. Neural pathways as probability tunnels. Practical application. Intentional repetition creates quantum probability collapse. 3. Heart-brain coherence. Scientific mechanism. Electromagnetic field generation. Quantum parallel. Coherent signal transmission beyond physical limitations. Practical application. Emotional regulation as frequency programming. 4. Mirror neurons. Scientific mechanism. Neurological mimicry system. Quantum parallel. Vibrational entrainment. Practical application. Strategic exposure to embodied states. 5. Theta brainwaves. Scientific mechanism. Subconscious reprogramming state. Quantum parallel. Dimensional access point. Practical application. Meditation as quantum navigation. Quantum transmission. Complete. Your biology is a sophisticated manifestation technology waiting to be understood, not just experienced. Quantum truth. Dismantling manifestation resistance objection. 1. This sounds like spiritual bypassing. Intelligence acknowledged. You're protecting yourself from magical thinking that avoids real healing. Quantum truth. True integration isn't escape, it's radical responsibility. Spiritual bypassing creates resistance. Quantum embodiment metabolizes experience. Instead of transcending pain, you alchemize it. Example: a client processing generational trauma doesn't ignore the wound, but becomes the frequency of healing, transforming genetic memory at the cellular level. Objection 2. What about physical action? Intelligence acknowledged. Practical implementation matters. Action isn't the enemy. Misaligned action is. Quantum truth. Action follows frequency, not the reverse. Your nervous system generates inspired action when fully coherent. The quantum field doesn't respond to effort, but to energetic signature. Example: a business owner who stops hustling and aligns with her core frequency suddenly receives aligned opportunities without forcing. Objection 3. Isn't this just confirmation bias? Intelligence acknowledged. Skepticism protects against magical thinking. Quantum truth. Confirmation bias assumes reality is fixed. Quantum physics reveals reality is responsive. Your observation doesn't just confirm, it generates. Example: double slit experiment proves observer effect. Consciousness literally shapes material reality. Objection 4. Why do bad things happen if we create our reality? Intelligence acknowledged. Deep concern about personal agency and suffering. Quantum truth. You're not responsible for every experience, but you are responsible for your frequency's response. Suffering becomes transformation fuel when metabolized consciously. Example: trauma becomes a portal for quantum recalibration when processed through coherent nervous system. Objection 5. This sounds too easy, fast to be real. Intelligence acknowledged. Healthy skepticism about instant solutions. Quantum truth. Ease isn't weakness, it's advanced manifestation. Complexity is the mind's resistance. not reality's nature. Example, elite athletes enter flow state, where massive action happens with minimal effort. Quantum manifestation operates identically. Quantum transmission complete. Resistance is simply unprocessed potential waiting to be transformed. Quantum timeline convergence. Future self-transmission. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Your breath becomes a quantum bridge between present and potential. Feel the membrane between timelines, thin as gossamer, permeable as thought. Visualization begins. You approach a doorway. Not physical, energetic. Threshold between probability fields. Your hand touches the quantum membrane. It's warm, alive, responsive to your frequency. Step through. Immediately you sense a different atmospheric pressure. This isn't imagination. This is quantum navigation. Before you stands your future self, 6 months ahead. But this isn't projection. This is remembering. Embodiment details. Clothing, minimalist. Not expensive, but precisely chosen. Each piece radiates intentionality. Posture. Spine aligned but not rigid. Relaxed power. No performance. Pure presence. Facial expression. Soft smile. Not happiness. Deeper. Knowing. The look of someone who understands reality is malleable. Energy. Magnetic without effort. Gravity without pulling. Centered. Future self speaks. Stop trying to understand. Start feeling. Your mind is a beautiful instrument, but it's not the conductor. Your nervous system knows the timeline before thought arrives. Specific transmissions. Mistake to avoid. You're still negotiating with old limitations. Drop that conversation entirely. Moment to trust. That seemingly illogical impulse in 3 weeks, follow it completely. Frequency advice. Your doubt is just unprocessed potential. Metabolize it. Don't analyze it. Integration. Instruction. As they speak, their frequency begins to merge with yours. Not intellectually, cellularly. Your mitochondria receive the transmission. Your heart's electromagnetic field recalibrates. Return sequence. Breathe. Feel the quantum download completing. No visualization is just imagination. This is quantum memory retrieval. Open your eyes. You're not the same frequency that closed them. Quantum transmission complete. Your future self has always been waiting, not ahead, surrounding you in potential. Quantum identity orchestration. Progressive frequency recalibration stage 1. I want to be someone who. Energetic signature. Separation. Longing. Distance between current and desired self. Common block. Believing desire means lack breakthrough. Method. Desire is not emptiness, it's cellular memory of potential transmission. I want to be someone who moves through life with effortless clarity. Quantum insight. Wanting reveals your soul's already knowing stage 2. I'm becoming. Energetic signature. Effortful transformation. Trying. Pushing. Common block. Believing change requires struggle breakthrough. Method. Becoming is not doing. It's allowing transmission. I'm becoming someone who trusts their intuitive guidance completely. Quantum insight. Effort creates resistance. Allowing creates flow. Stage 3. I'm choosing. Energetic signature. Decision. Commitment. Nervous system awakening. Common block. Fear of making the wrong choice breakthrough. Method. Choice is frequency, not destination. Transmission. I'm choosing to metabolize my past without carrying its weight. Quantum insight. Choice collapses timelines instantaneously. Stage 4. I'm practicing. Energetic signature. Intentional integration. Gentle discipline. Common block. Believing transformation requires perfection. Breakthrough method. Practice is not performance. It's remembering transmission. I'm practicing radical self-trust beyond mental understanding. Quantum insight. Practice is frequency training, not skill acquisition. Stage 5. I am. Energetic signature. Complete embodiment. No separation. Common block. Imposter syndrome. Self-doubt. Breakthrough method. Identity is not earned. It's recognized transmission. I am the quantum field experiencing itself through this human form. I am coherence. I am possibility generating itself moment by moment. Quantum insight. Declarative presence rewrites genetic programming. Stage 6. I've always been. Energetic signature. Remembering. Timeless knowing. Common block. Believing transformation is linear breakthrough method. Time is not sequential. It's layered. Transmission. I've always been this liberated version. The illusion of becoming was just a beautiful cosmic play. My essence never changed, only my perception. Quantum insight. Identity transcends time. You're remembering, not becoming. Stage 7. Silence holding frequency. No words. Pure resonance. Nervous system recalibration. The quantum field speaks when the mind becomes still. Quantum transmission complete. Identity is not a destination. It's a living, breathing frequency waiting to be recognized. Quantum channel integration. CTA. And if this transmission resonated with you, if you felt the frequency shift as you listened, subscribe to this channel. Because we're not here to give you more content. We're here to collapse timelines with you. Every video is a frequency recalibration, not a lesson. Turn on notifications, not so you don't miss a video, but so you don't miss the exact transmission your nervous system needs next. Leave a like, not for the algorithm, but as an energetic signature that says, I'm choosing coherence over consumption. If you're ready to move from understanding to embodiment, the link to our 7-day quantum reset protocol is in the pinned comment. This isn't just a course. It's a precise frequency transmission designed to metabolize your current reality and install a new baseline. 7-day quantum reset protocol. Systematic timeline collapse. Day 1, frequency mapping. Time, 6, current 6 and 20. AM, protocol. 1, nervous system scan, body temperature tracking, breath rhythm analysis, emotional baseline assessment. 2, current reality holographic mapping. Identify primary frequency blockers, energetic contradiction points. 3, quantum potential calibration. Visualize potential timelines. Feel, don't think. Potential resistance handling. If mental chatter increases, return to breath. If body feels uncomfortable, this is cellular reprogramming. Success. Sign, subtle tingling in spine, hands, journal. Prompt, what frequency am I currently broadcasting that contradicts my desired reality? Frequency checkpoint, coherence level, 35%. Day 2, shadow integration. Time, 7:1:30 p.m. Protocol. 1, generational pattern deconstruction. Identify inherited limitations, energetic cord cutting. 2, trauma metabolization. Somatic experiencing technique. Transform survival energy to creative energy. 3, quantum forgiveness activation. Release self-judgment. Integrate fragmented aspects. Resistance handling. Emotional waves. Allow, don't analyze. Physical sensations. Track without interpretation. Success. Sign, sudden emotional lightness. Journal. Prompt, what story have I been running that no longer serves my quantum potential? Frequency checkpoint. Coherence level, 52%. Quantum corporate metamorphosis. The frequency of true success. The illusion of achievement. Corner office. $2. 7 million annual revenue. Mercedes S-Class in the parking garage. External metrics screaming success, while internally, a nuclear meltdown of exhaustion was brewing. Survival frequency symptoms, 4 a.m. panic attacks, constant adrenal fatigue, performance-based self-worth, nervous system perpetually in fight-flight, money as temporary oxygen, not genuine energy. Breaking point, October 17th. Medical report lands. Cortisol levels 487% above normal. Heart showing early warning signs. The body, always the most honest quantum messenger, was sending a non-negotiable transmission. Quantum shift mechanism. Not about doing more, about being different. Transformation. Protocol. 1, frequency audit. Mapped every energy drain. Identified survival mode investments. Tracked neurological panic patterns. Embodiment recalibration. Replaced hustle with coherence. Transformed pushing to allowing. Neurological reprogramming. From threat response to creative response. 3, nervous system restoration. Morning quantum meditation. Breath work replacing caffeine. Somatic experiencing techniques. Paradoxical results. Same business infrastructure. 42% revenue increase. 60% reduced working hours. 0 burnout. Complete internal liberation. Key quantum insight. Success is not an external achievement. It's a frequency you broadcast consistently. Transmission. Complete. Your nervous system is either a survival instrument or a manifestation technology. Choose wisely. Quantum timing, decoding the myth of divine delay. The frequency of manifestation is not a waiting room. The traditional narrative of divine timing is a profound misunderstanding of quantum mechanics. You're not waiting, you're wobbling. Manifestation gap analysis, signal inconsistency mapping. Quantum truth, timing is not external, it's an internal calibration. The wobble spectrum. 1. Clean signal, instant manifestation. Reality bends rapidly, minimal time between intention and form. 2. Moderate signal, delayed but predictable outcomes. Some resistance present, periodic reality adjustments. 3. Contaminated signal, persistent blocking, constant misalignment, energy scattering. Surrender mechanism, why letting go actually works, stops neurological interference, removes energetic contradictions, allows quantum field to reorganize persistence versus pivoting quantum decoder. Persist when core frequency is clean, internal state remains stable, subtle adjustments needed. Pivot when repeated blockages emerge, energy feels heavy, stuck. Multiple failed attempts indicate wrong. Timeline, the paradox of patience, not passive waiting. Active calibration, not resignation. Quantum recalibration. Your nervous system is the most sophisticated manifestation technology in existence. Quantum metaphors, the physics of manifestation. 1. Tuning fork, resonance as reality architecture. Physics principle, when one tuning fork vibrates, another in proximity automatically synchronizes. No effort, pure resonance. Spiritual translation, you are the primary oscillator. Reality is the responsive fork. Frequency determines everything. Manifestation mechanics. Become the vibration, not chase the outcome. Let the world entrain to your frequency. Quantum insight. You don't attract, you broadcast. And the field has no choice but to match. 2. Hologram. Fractal consciousness. Transmission creation. Principle. Each fragment contains the entire wave pattern. Laser intersections create three-dimensional reality. Spiritual decoding. Universe isn't outside you. You are the entire holographic projection. Changing inner frequency rewrites entire field manifestation protocol. Modify core interference pattern. Whole reality shifts simultaneously. No linear cause and effect. Instantaneous quantum recalibration. Quantum entanglement. Instantaneous connection. Physics foundation. Particles remain connected regardless of spatial separation. Instant information transfer. Consciousness mapping. Desire already exists. You're not attracting, you're remembering. Alignment is recognition, not creation. Transmission. Checkpoint. Reality is a responsive membrane, and you are its most sophisticated conductor. The quantum radio parable. Frequency versus effort. 2 operators, 1 universal transmission operator. Alpha. Obsessively studies radio manual, constant diagnostic mode. Believes understanding mechanism equals reception. 30 days, 0 signals, maximum frustration. Mental approach, deconstruction, control, intellectual mastery. Operator. Beta. Understands radio as extension of consciousness. Treats frequency like intimate conversation. Relaxed, receptive, precise. 30 days, crystal clear. Transmissions effortless connection radio. As metaphor, not a device but a consciousness translator. Frequency is identity, not technique. Asking blocks. Becoming allows. 5 quantum tuning techniques. 1. Embodied presence. Stop explaining. Start feeling. Nervous system as primary antenna. 2. Emotional calibration. Emotion. Frequency modulator. Not positive thinking. Coherent emotional state. 3. Quantum neutrality. Beyond hope. Fear spectrum. Pure observational awareness. Signal clarity emerges in stillness. 4. Somatic alignment. Body knows before mind understands. Breath as frequency stabilizer. Posture as transmission architecture. 5. Intentional surrender. Not passive waiting. Active non-resistance. Allowing without attachment. Profound revelation. You are not receiving the signal. You are the signal. Breath. The quantum collapse mechanism. Physiological alchemy. Every breath. A manifestation event. Quantum breath. Mapping. 20,000 daily quantum collapses. Potential. Form. Potential. continuous wave particle transformation, unconscious manifestation technology, breath archaeology, ancient traditions, breath, spirit, Sanskrit, prana, Hebrew, ruach, Chinese, qi quantum, breath mechanics, 1. Potential state, pure quantum possibility, unformed potential, 0-point field activation. Collapse moment. Oxygen 2. Becomes cellular information. Potential transforms into biological signal. Instantaneous quantum translation. 3. Release state. Energy return to universal field. Information recycling. Completion of manifestation cycle breathwork. Timeline shifting protocols. Protocol A. Neutral frequency. 4-7 to 8 breathing pattern. Dissolves temporal resistance. Resets nervous system quantum baseline protocol. V. Timeline insertion. Coherent breathing rhythm. Visualize desired reality during exhale. Nervous system as quantum antenna. Protocol Green. Embodied manifestation. Breath as deliberate frequency modulator. 5. Minutes daily. Transforms unconscious quantum noise. Profound revelation. You are not breathing. Breath is breathing through you. A continuous quantum transmission of potential becoming form. Parallel timelines. The quantum frequency divide. Misaligned timeline. Survival frequency. You wake before consciousness. Smartphone already hijacking your nervous system. Notifications flood. Missed messages, work pressures, global anxieties bleeding into your first moments. Your body is a battlefield. Cortisol surging before your feet touch ground. Scrolling becomes a trauma loop. Comparing, judging, contracting. Breakfast is rushed fuel, not nourishment. Coffee as emergency adrenaline, not pleasure. Your movements are fragmented, disconnected, body moving, mind elsewhere. Traffic feels like warfare. Every interaction a potential threat. Every conversation a potential conflict. Work becomes survival performance. Not creation, but protection. Meetings drain instead of charge. Creativity crushed under expectation. Lunch consumed mechanically. Standing, stressed. Emails as psychological warfare. Each task feels like climbing mountain with broken equipment. Afternoon. Exhaustion sets in. Not physical tiredness, but quantum depletion. You're living multiple realities simultaneously. Past wounds, future anxieties, present fragmentation. No single timeline feels real. Everything feels like performance, not presence. Evening arrives heavy, not as invitation, but as obligation. Social interactions feel like additional labor. Scrolling becomes anesthetic. Sleep is not restoration, but temporary escape. Aligned timeline, quantum coherence, you awaken. First breath is a welcome, not a war. Nervous system knows safety before mind confirms it. Consciousness expands, not contracts. Body feels like collaborative intelligence, not enemy territory. Morning unfolds like elegant algorithm. Each movement purposeful, each breath a transmission. Meditation isn't task, but natural state. Breakfast becomes ritual of cellular nourishment. Coffee is pleasure, not emergency. Work transforms into creative expression. Projects feel like extensions of your being, not external demands. Meetings become quantum synchronization points. Ideas flow. Collaboration feels effortless. Money moves through you, not from you. Synchronicities appear continuously. Right message, right person, right moment. Not coincidence, but frequency matching. Time becomes fluid, expansive. You're not managing time, you're dancing with it. Interactions are charged with possibility. Each conversation a potential quantum leap. Body knows before mind understands. Intuition isn't mystical. It's precise frequency reading. Evening arrives as celebration. Not exhaustion, surrender, but consciousness expansion. Gratitude isn't practice, but natural state. Sleep becomes quantum reset, not escape. Quantum insight, same person, same 24 hours. Different frequency, entirely different reality. Quantum manifestation, the childhood frequency. Interrupted childhood, quantum operating system, theta brainwave dominance, pure frequency transmission, no energetic contradiction, belief without evidence, immediate manifestation, portal systematic manifestation, shutdown. 1. Educational conditioning, logical mind prioritized, imagination labeled unrealistic, creativity, measured not celebrated, compliance rewarded, over-intuition, systematic frequency suppression, societal trauma, mechanisms, grow up, programming, rational thinking elevated, emotional suppression, performance over presence, quantum bandwidth, narrowing. 3. Neurological hijacking, beta brainwave dominance, evidence-based thinking, constant mental verification, manifestation frequency, interrupted, energetic contradiction installed, quantum restoration, protocol, theta gateway, reopening, meditation without goal, non-linear perception training, nervous system, recalibration, belief before evidence, childlike wonder, adult wisdom, integration, manifestation, recalibration, practices, breathwork, theta induction, visualization, without attachment, somatic belief encoding, neuroplastic frequency rewriting, quantum memory retrieval, profound revelation. You didn't lose your manifestation ability. You were systematically trained to disconnect from your quantum birthright. Quantum prophecy transmission, 30-day frequency collapse protocol, prophecy mechanism, probability, waves responding to coherent consciousness, prophecy. 1. 72-hour quantum contact, frequency, signature, unresolved potential connection, mechanism, collapsed probability wave, prediction, unexpected communication from past relationship, quantum trigger, emotional neutrality, plus, open nervous system, recognition, protocol, surprising message, non-linear opportunity, manifestation, instruction, receive, without attachment, timeline proof, synchronistic information exchange, prophecy. 2. Week 2, unexpected financial recalibration, frequency, signature, abundance bandwidth expansion, mechanism, quantum wealth entanglement, prediction, forgotten, unexpected money, source activates, quantum trigger, internal wealth frequency stabilization, recognition, protocol, spontaneous monetary appearance, manifestation, instruction, acknowledge without analysis, timeline, proof, resource appears beyond, logical calculation, prophecy. 3. Day 21 portal reopening, frequency, signature, blocked potential reactivation, mechanism, dimensional probability collapse, prediction, closed opportunity, relationship reinitiates, quantum trigger, energetic non-resistance, recognition, protocol, unexpected communication, invitation, manifestation, instruction, remain curiously neutral, timeline, proof, previously impossible, reconnection, prophecy. 4. Accelerated physical transformation, frequency, cellular reprogramming, signature, mechanism, neuroplastic quantum recalibration, prediction, spontaneous healing, body shift, quantum trigger, embodied frequency coherence, recognition, protocol, unexpected physical change, manifestation, instruction, trust biological intelligence, timeline, proof, instantaneous physiological upgrade, prophecy. 5. Relationship quantum leap, frequency, signature, resonance alignment, mechanism, interpersonal frequency, matching, prediction, unexpected profound connection, quantum trigger, internal relational frequency, recognition, protocol, synchronistic meeting, manifestation, instruction, receive without performance, timeline, proof, beyond previous relationship patterns, prophecy. 6. Professional dimensional shift, frequency, signature, purpose bandwidth expansion, mechanism, career probability, collapse, prediction, unexpected professional opportunity, quantum trigger, vocational frequency, coherence, recognition, protocol, non-linear career invitation, manifestation instruction, align not analyze, timeline, proof, beyond current professional constraints, prophecy. 7. Total reality, recalibration, frequency, signature, holographic reality, reset, mechanism, comprehensive quantum entanglement, prediction, simultaneous multi-dimensional shift, quantum trigger, complete frequency, surrender, recognition, protocol, reality, feels simultaneously, familiar, strange, manifestation, instruction, radical presence, timeline, proof, entire existential, landscape transforms quantum instruction, screenshot, document, witness. The prophecy is already in motion. Reality hacking. Consciousness as quantum simulation engine. Simulation architecture. Reality as dynamically rendered consciousness. Hologram core. Operating principles. 1. Rendering mechanism. 99.9%. Reality. Unrendered probability potential. Observation. Collapses. Potential into specific configuration. Consciousness functions like GPU. Detail only generated where attention focuses. 2. Perception bandwidth. Human awareness. Limited frequency. Decoder. Consciousness creates persistent illusion of solidity. Quantum field. Infinite potential. Weighting activation. Reality feels solid. Due to collective frequency agreement. 3. Code modification protocols. Thoughts. Primary programming language. Emotions. Frequency modulation signal. Beliefs. Core operating system parameters. Trauma. Corrupted subconscious coding. Personal reality programming. Conscious programmers can rewrite experiential algorithm. Frequency determines rendered experience. Emotional state. Compilation environment. Belief. Compilation instruction. Set 5. Multi-dimensional access points. Meditation. Debugging consciousness. Theta. Brainwave. Source code visibility. Quantum coherence. Bypass. Typical rendering constraints. Intentional awareness. Manual reality. Override. Reality. Hacking toolkit. Belief reprogramming. Emotional frequency calibration. Neuroplastic rewiring. Quantum intention setting. Coherent embodiment practices. Critical insight. You're not experiencing reality. You're generating it. Continuously. And here's the profound truth. What we've explored isn't just information. It's a quantum transmission that rewrites your entire operational system. You're not just learning about reality manipulation. You're activating a completely new way of experiencing existence. Our quantum simulation decoder guide isn't another digital product. It's a frequency calibration toolkit designed to help you literally reprogram your consciousness architecture. Inside, you'll find precise neurological recalibration practices, frequency alignment meditations, and step-by-step protocols for consciously navigating your simulation. This isn't theory. It's your operational manual for reality generation. If this transmission resonated at your core, if you felt something shift while listening, I invite you to continue this journey. Subscribe to this channel, not for content, but for continued frequency elevation. Hit like as an energetic signature that says you're choosing conscious creation. And in the comments, declare your quantum commitment. I am the programmer of my reality. The timeline you desire isn't approaching. It's collapsing into you right now. Every breath, every subtle shift in your nervous system is recalibrating entire probability fields. You're not waiting for transformation. You are transformation. Your new reality is already here. The only question is, are you ready to step in?